हाँ मालविका, ये डबल डबल क्यों दिख रहा है मुझे? अच्छा रुक जा। मालविका, गीता, गीता, can anyone from the Edudevs team speak up?
यस मैम।
हाँ मालविका, अभी कोई एंटर तो नहीं हुआ ना हम तीनों के अलावा?
नहीं मैम, अभी कोई एंटर नहीं।
एक मिनट, अब मैं अब मुझे,
एंटर नहीं किया है, अभी वेटिंग में है सब।
हाँ अब तो मुझे बता, ये ठीक नहीं लग रहा ना।
मैम इस साइड हो जाओ थोड़ा सा ना,
इस
मतलब
साइड
राइट साइड।
वॉशरूम दिखेगा, इस साइड अगर मैं इधर होती हूँ तो ये वॉशरूम दिखता है।
अच्छा ठीक है, तो लेफ्ट साइड, ये फिर भी ठीक है।
ये ठीक है।
ये ठीक है।
लेकिन जब तुम फिर एक मिनट में कटिंग कर दूं,
एक बार करके देखो। वो कह रहे हैं कि उनके रूम में ना लाइट नहीं है ज्यादा।
फिर मैं नहीं दिखाई दूंगी ना, मैं डाक आऊंगी।
नहीं नहीं नहीं, नहीं दिख रहे।
इसलिए तो
आप खोल लो कर्टन।
अगर मैं ये पिलोस को नीचे हटा दूं, दूसरे साइड कर दूं, तो फिर पिलो तो ही ना लगेगा।
नहीं, या फिर आप ना पिल्लोस को थोड़ा उस साइड शिफ्ट कर दो।
रुको, देख।
ठीक है। हाँ अब ठीक है।
ठीक है ना, इट शुड नॉट लुक,
ठीक
क्योंकि
है।
बीच में तो मैं ही आ जाऊंगी। इट वाज जस्ट द,
हाँ अब ठीक है।
ठीक है ना।
ठीक है।
और किसी एंगल में, अच्छा मेरी ना शुरू का जो मैं गीता बोलूंगी ना, मैं उसको रिकॉर्ड करा के ना एडिट करवा लेना इससे, अनवी से या किसी से, टू यूज एज अ रील और अ वीडियो। ठीक है। हेलो,
गुंजन सुन लिया?
गुंजन सुन लिया?
मैम वो बोल नहीं सकती क्योंकि उसको वहां से परमिशन नहीं है ना, तो वो सुन रही है।
हाँ बस, देख अब तो बिल्कुल सेटिंग देख ले, ब्लर तो नहीं आ रहा मेरा?
नहीं नहीं आ रहा ब्लर। वहां
क्या
पे
कह
लाइट नहीं है ना ज्यादा, लाइट
रही?
नहीं है
लाइट,
ना।
पता नहीं, हो सकता है कोई ऐसी वाली लाइट ना हो, बट मुझे नहीं समझ आ रहा है यहाँ का सिस्टम। आई डोंट नो। ठीक है।
हाँ ठीक लग रहा है।
अब क्लियर लग रहा है कि पहले ठीक था?
बेटर है मैम,
हाँ,
बेटर।
पहले
अब ठीक है।
उसको मैं नीचे
बट
रख देती हूँ,
हाँ,
पिलोस को नीचे
पिलोस
रखूं?
दिख रहे हैं ना पीछे से। हाँ वो आप हटा दो चाहे।
ठीक है।
हाँ ठीक है।
पिलोस को मैं नीचे भी हटा देती हूँ वहां से। ठीक है। ठीक है, फाइन देन।
गुंजन, निखिल सर को कोहोस्ट बना दे।
Good evening, Nigel.
Good evening, ma'am. I want some 2 minutes to set my backdrop. That's it.
Yeah. I was also doing the same thing because I'm in Pune and I was also sitting back as well.
Yeah, sure.
Uh, Gunjan asked Shika, are the moderators ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Acha, and moderators are introducing all the panelists, right? And second thing, both the panelists, they are from which cities? One is from Sonipat and the other is from?
Lucknow.
Okay. So yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Hi. How are you?
How are you? I'm good. How are you?
Yes. Good. I think it's long time we met.
I know it has been a long time.
Yes. I'm busy with on-ground schedules. That's why.
Yes, and we would really want some time from you too for our on-ground
Yes,
schedules.
yes, yes, yes. Swamiji told me. So maybe from next set, I will be joining with Edudevs team.
Thank you so much because we really, I mean, this time had a little struggle, but we are
I
very
understood.
happy. And yeah, and before that also we can do a lot of brainstorm as to
Sure,
best.
sure.
At the end of the day, when we are putting so many efforts, then we must
Correct.
have that result where in a subtle way we are able to be, able to achieve our objective. So certain things, since you're technical and the aptitude test and all, which I introduced and I said that, which is very good in fact, but they should not also feel that it's a mode of data collection. At the end of the day,
Correct.
they feel that, you're getting something so exclusive, free of cost. So that's the way we need to pitch it to them. And need be, when you're here, I'll come and meet, and one or two schools
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
definitely
We'll
will.
have a detailed discussion before we
Yes,
start the same.
yes,
Yes.
we will do that so that
Yeah.
you, me, Shika, we could just sit that जो भी हो वो takeaway ऐसा हो that they feel this is the university and we need to target this.
Yes. Sure. We'll do
Sure.
that.
Yeah. And you'll be okay. Now the other thing is the format now little not change, but the hidden format is that I normally give a little more time to the AVV resource person, and it should be more like a talk. Of course, answering the question, but with you not in the ice breaking, you can set the tone so that we let the other people also feel that they are speaking. But at the end of the day, we ensure that there is a lot of talking happening by the AVV resource person. So,
Sure.
on the competencies, if you have 4, 5 things jotted down to tell them that these are the skills, and you can explore the courses, and in a subtle way, in any way you want to kind of talk about, though we do promote, and you can also go, direct when you talk about the Amrita campus of Faridabad,
Sure.
what
Sure.
what competencies. So you will be getting a lot of time, and the hint will be that okay, now let's hear it from the expert. And Nikhil, sir, you please go all out and educate our audience.
Sure.
So
Sure.
that's the kind of hint for that particular question. So yeah, that's it. And Malvika and Geeta have the other panelists entered, so we could just kind of, are we entering now the rest of the people? Team Edudevs, are we entering others?
Yes, ma'am, they're joining.
Okay, good.
Moderators, you can start with your introduction.
A very good morning to one and all present here. This is Ayat Fatima Jafri from CMS Ashrafabad, class 10. And I thank Edudevs and my school for giving me this opportunity to moderate this session.
A very heartfelt greeting to everyone present over here. This is Arshi Siddiqui from 12th Science Stream representing Lucknow Public School. I would like to take a moment to thank my school as well as Edudev for giving me this opportunity to moderate today's webinar. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Nistha Singh from Lucknow Public Schools and Colleges from Class 12 Commerce. Today, I'm participating in the opportunity provided by Edudevs allows me to moderate this webinar and be a part of this panel discussion in front of honorable members, stepping in the running ways of grasping the wealth of knowledge. I welcome everyone for panel discussion on global competency and career readiness. Today, we will explore how global competency and career readiness are crucial for thriving the interconnected world.
Global competence involves understanding and appreciating cultural diversity, which is essential for effective collaboration in today's global job market. Career readiness goes beyond academic collaboration in today's global job. It includes developing practical skills like teamwork, leadership, and technological proficiency.
By combining global competence with career readiness, students can prepare themselves for diverse and dynamic career opportunities. Let's dive into how you can develop these essential skills and become a valuable asset in the global economy. With great enthusiasm, I welcome you all to today's webinar. I am privileged to introduce our esteemed panelists for today's insightful discussion. Our first panelist is Ms. Jolly George, Vice Principal at Aman International School in Mainpuri. With a robust career spanning 26 years in the field of education, she had the privilege of working in various capacities, including as a PRT, TGT, PGT in Kendra Vidyalaya, as well as in private schools as senior coordinator, head of department of Burlington English, headmistress, and now as vice principal. Throughout her career, she has been dedicated to fostering a positive and effective learning environment. Her extensive experience has equipped her with the skills to mentor both students and staff, ensuring that her educational standards are upheld at the highest level. We welcome you, ma'am.
Our second coordinator is Ms. Devjani ma'am, with an extensive 15 years of experience in schools and colleges. As a coordinator, vice principal, and principal, her expertise lies in core administrative and strategic paneling and for organization. Along the administrative experience, she also holds a strong background in career counseling at both national and international levels for schools and college students. With more than 15 years of experience in the education industry, she has been part of esteemed educational institution and also served as the head of the institution. Welcome you, ma'am.
Mr. Nikhil, academic mentor at Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham University, Mr. Nikhil is a dynamic and accomplished professional with a strong academic background and passion for sharing knowledge, with extensive experience in both teaching and practical application. He brings a wealth of expertise to the realm of technology education. Mr. Nikhil's expertise lies in conducting engaging and informative technical sessions that delve into the latest trends in technology. Mr. Nikhil has played a pivotal role in implementation and delivery of AI and robotics theoretical and practical sessions across India. We welcome you, sir.
Now,
Thank you.
Now I would like to take this opportunity to welcome our co-host, Ms. Devyani Kapoor, ma'am. She is the founder and CEO of Edudevs. Ms. Kapoor is a revered luminary in education, boasting a 3-decade career with significant roles in prestigious institutions like DAV, Amity, and Heritage Schools. As an author partnered with Cambridge Publications, her CBSE curriculum books have influenced countless students. Beyond academia, her commitment to social entrepreneurship has empowered communities through education. Recognized with accolades like Iconic Edupreneurship of the Year 2021 and the Women Leadership Award 2022, she champions women's empowerment, evident in her selection for the Women Lead India Fellowship 2022 and 2023. We welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. And at the onset, I would like to applaud the three young women, Ayat Jafri, Nishta Singh, Arshi Siddiqui, so beautifully and so confidently introducing the webinar, introducing our panelists, and kudos to you, three dynamic women. And I was very proud and very happy when they said, let us introduce our co-host. So, that's the girl and the woman power. Also, from the bottom of my heart, I would like to welcome Jolly George ma'am and Debjani ma'am, and of course, Nikhil sir, for taking that time out and being part of this very critical topic of discussion. Let me tell you, Futuristic Education is a web series which was conceptualized between Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham University and Edudevs Upskilling Education. A series which were designed to bring the various stakeholders on the platform and to deliberate with them, not just the need, not just the topics, but also what are the existing realities? What are the challenges? And how do we meet the aspirational gap which National Education Policy and the NCF has introduced, and the realities, existing realities in the system? A warm welcome to all of you to today's episode of Global Competencies and Career Readiness. Dear all, global competencies, which is today's, and career readiness, which is today's topic of our discussion, let me talk about, which the student moderators have already, touched upon. When we talk about the global competencies, we actually refer to readiness as individuals in the ever changing and complex world. Now, what is the readiness? The readiness is of skills. The readiness is of attitudes. And the readiness is of our behavior towards this changing environment. If we see it and consider it a very, very transformative lens, through which we will have to reimagine our education system to make it more attuned to the current realities. Traditional education models, you see, prioritized content over competencies, limiting students' opportunities to develop the essential skills and apply the knowledge to the real-life applications. When we talk about the global competencies, what are those global competencies? They are simply the critical areas like STEM education, social and emotional learning, which is SEL, the DNI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, and justice, of course. Then we can talk about project-based learnings, the career and technical education. Along with them, complementing these skills would be, skills like effective communication, being able to appreciate the diverse cultures, being able to critically solve these problems, Now, definitely, all these problems cannot be solved or understood or even ideated sitting in the classrooms with the textbooks. What we need with today's student is global competencies, which would make them career ready. When you look at the career readiness, which is the second section of your the topic, it's simply to demonstrate the requisite core competencies. You know, the competencies where am I able to exist in a particular industry? I have the knowledge, but how apt I am to coexist. Now, coexist would not just mean your skill sets, industry specific skill set, but your behavior, your attitude, your adaptability, your being agile. These are all the skills which we are going to talk about and discuss with our esteemed panel of today. As always, we normally have a ice-breaking round where we we pick up a question and we take different perspectives from our panelists, because they always range from different geographical regions, from different educational segments, higher ed, school, different backgrounds. So we need to take their perspectives into that. So my first and the second round would be more specific, where you get a little more window to exhibit and discuss and share your insights on that particular topic. My first question, which is going to be the ice-breaking question, is to all my panelists in the order of the way they were introduced: Jolly ma'am, Debjani ma'am, and then Nigel sir. You know, how do you define the global competence? And, you know, I've said a lot of research and I've laid research on table, but how important do you think it is for today's student? And we would like if you could substantiate with an example. Over to you, Jolly ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for giving this opportunity. So first of all, I would like to say good afternoon, as well as Aman Shraddha from Aman International School. So Aman Shraddha to each and everyone, ma'am. So when we used to talk about competency, that is skill itself. First of all, we should know what is competency, that is skill itself. When we used to be a part of school curriculum and all, we used to highlight only 4 skills, that is listening, speaking, writing, and reading skills. Now, when we used to talk about global competency, that is an ability to understand and appreciate diverse perspectives, communicate effectively across cultures, and engage in open, respectful interactions with people from different backgrounds. It includes critical thinking, problem solving skills, and a commitment to promoting equity and sustainability worldwide. That is the main important what we should take care of that thing. When we used to talk about the importance of competency for today's students are very sensitive and very extraordinary also. So because they are using mobile phones, new electronic gadgets and all. So I wanted to add some points related to that one. So some importance of global competency for today's students. So first point, that is interconnected world. When we used to talk about interconnected world, in today's globalized society, interconnections with people from diverse backgrounds are inevitable. Global competencies equip students to communicate and collaborate effectively across cultures, enhancing personal and professional relationships. When we used to talk about CBSE curriculum and all, so to learn cultures, CBSE implemented art integrated learning. Through that, students used to get an opportunity to learn about the culture of other state. Pairing state is there. So every year they used to change, CBSE used to give some particular state as a pairing state with the state itself. So students are getting a nice platform to learn the culture, even the food habits, the attire, each and everything. So next one, that is career readiness program. That is the employees increasingly value global competencies at workplaces, become more diverse and international. Skills like adaptivity, cultural awareness, and multilingualism are crucial for success in the global job market. When we used to talk about multilingualism, now CBSE started focusing on these multilingualism, so that each and every students from any of the background, they can understand through their own language. That is going to be very easy for the poor, means rural background students. They can understand through the regional language. Teacher used to take initiative to make them understand. So that is also very easy for the student to understand all the things, and they can clear the concept with their own language. Next, that is third point, when we used to point problem solving. So many of the world's challenges, such as climate change, migration, and global health, require international cooperation with each other. Students with global competency can think critically about these issues and contribute to solutions that transcend borders. So when we used to talk about problem solving, a lot of problems are there in our life, and students, they used to face a lot of problem. And when we used to correlate with COVID 2020, that time, this was the nice platform we got, and through this platform we can interact with each other, and we are able to teach the students. But that was really a new platform for teachers as well as students, and anyhow we are able to manage that one. That is only that is the challenge what we faced during that time. Then also teachers are very hardworking, and they conveyed all the things to students, and this way we can this was the platform what we used to make them learn all the things during COVID time also. Next is
Great,
empathy
thank
and
you.
tolerance.
Ma'am, we'll come back to the detailed in the because the ice-breaking round has a maximum of 2 minutes. So you please
Yeah, thank
hold
you, ma'am.
your thoughts, and we will come back to you on the same points.
Okay,
It was
sure, ma'am.
very, very interesting insight, very relatable, that how Jolly ma'am integrated the CBSE's expectations and how it is introducing in the curriculum certain competencies. When she spoke about art integration, and she spoke about, projects and other ways, the way CBSE is integrating. So the work has already begun. Let's hear what Devjani ma'am has to say on the same, that, yes, Devjani ma'am, what is your take, that would you define, you could pick up the rest from, you can continue where Jolly ma'am ended, and would you define a global competency, and why do you think it is becoming so important for the students today? Yes.
Okay, so very good evening to everyone, and a big thank you to Devyani ma'am and team Edudevs for this opportunity. I would like to say that initially, when Devyani ma'am started with the session, she mentioned that over the years, it has been a lot of change. So in the same manner, this change, I would like to say, when our parents or our grandparents, they took up education, it was a complete different scenario. Socialism, communication was one-on-one. People used to reach out to others. They used to physically, meet each other. They used to travel places because there was a little bit of lack of technology. Now, with technological advancements, the global scenario has become open. It's an open space for everyone. The children in today's generation, they might not know what is happening or who are the residents next door, but they definitely know what is happening in the countries outside India. So this is how the scenarios have changed with advancements in technology, with the development of a lot of significant measures through which people have started communicating. Now, technology is one aspect which has helped people in spreading out on a virtual platform. But when it comes to global competence, a lot of skill is required to face people one on one. That competency is required, and the responsibility somehow comes over to the schools in this case. Because schools, whether be it CBSC, ICSC, or the state boards, they have a huge responsibility of building up the entire generation. So once a class passes out from class 12, it is an entire generation which has been molded up. So, to prepare children with global perspectives in the school curriculum, a lot has been said and done via the NEP and via a lot of projects and a lot of global experience that schools are taking up. There are initiatives which the schools are taking up to prepare their children for such global scenarios. So it is not about just the academic part, but it is a lot more about skill development, a lot more about the sustainable development goals. The SDGs form the core of the lifeline of the students, the children, the entire generation in which we are living. So bringing that kind of awareness to the classrooms and into the mindset of the children is what the schools are putting efforts into. So with these kind of scenarios coming in, a lot is happening when we are trying to teach children through communication. We are giving them platforms which are not just limited to their local communities, but also global communities. We are trying to put children in global platforms where they are meeting students from other different backgrounds as well, so that they understand what kind of challenges, what kind of similarities, what kind of differences, and what kind of perspectives the other people are sharing, the people of their age, but at a different place. What are they sharing, and what kind of thought processes they have in common? And that's how, when they build up a team and they come up with some beautiful projects based on SDGs. So there was a recent study that I came across, which was by UNESCO, and it stated that countries with a more developed economy, the children have better global perspectives, or I might say the youth had a better global perspective. So I feel that India is still developing, and it is rapidly developing at an exponential rate, because our students, our children, our economy, everything at the same time is getting a boost. So this is helping us to reach out, and this is helping our children also to gain that global competence. Maybe we might be one or two steps a little behind, but we are going to catch up very soon.
Very well. Thank you so much, Devjani ma'am. Extremely interesting insights, and how beautifully you related from the past to the present, and how becoming global citizens, along with that they are also becoming netizens. It is very important not just to impart them knowledge and information, but to help them build a perspective, create a culture where we are able to nurture the perspective of learning, and nurture curiosity, and the children are able to adapt themselves because they are already dealing with the global perspectives in now, one thing I would like to announce here, that I think the discussions on the platforms are immensely insightful, and the educators, the principals, the vice principals come from different spectrum of and different regions of the country. So I think because I was seeing notification in the chat box where they said, will we get the certificate at the end of the day? I would just say, let's go beyond the certificates. Yes, of course, you will be getting the certificates at the end of the session, but please do not lose out to the kind of conversations, to the kind of discussions that is happening on this platform. That is what it makes it. And secondly, it is definitely a joint venture between Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham University and Edudevs. So credit has to be given to both, because without Amrita, this Vishwa Vidyapeetham University, without the blessings of Amma, this would not have happened. So over to you. Thank you so much, Debjani ma'am, and we shall come back to you again. Over to you, Nigel. But Nigel, for you, my question is a little different. How do to you, I would want to ask that what role, because both Jolly ma'am and Debjani ma'am spoke about the competencies. I also spoke about the competencies in general. But I would want to hear, what role does technology can play in promoting this global competencies? And the second segment that we are now going to talk about, that the career readiness. How could these technology promote global competencies, and how could it lead to the career readiness? Over to
Sure,
you,
ma'am.
Nikhil.
Sure. I'm very happy to say that. I mean, answer to that question, because I love technology first. And let's start with technology. So people are seeing there are like a lot of technologies in this world, and even there are new courses, new syllabus. All these things are framed everywhere, and we can see that different in our university also. We have started new course. I will come to that later on. So it is all happening everywhere. So I would like to know how this technology is developing. So let's start from there. So how this technology is developing. So anybody want to answer? I don't want to speak continuously, because like I want something from your side also. So I would like to know how this technology is developing. What is the reason or the factor behind this technology? Even we see AI everywhere now. This AI have been found, I think it's 1950s and 80s, it have been already found, but it's not developed or not used when it was first coined. But now we can see everywhere AI. So what is the reason behind this? So the ultimate reason behind this is data. So data, it's a factor which is playing a crucial role in each and every individual's life. And even all the technologies, AI, robotics, cybersecurity, cloud computing, all the things are developing because of this data. So data is one of the major factor which is playing a vital role in this development of technology. And even we can see this global competency, there are like different skills which is required to improve. And even for the career readiness, we are preparing the students, and the school is preparing the students to to be for their career growth and all those things. And if you see the current scenario, we can see there are like a lot of courses now which is available in online. Because when we see or else let's take this case of COVID, and ma'am is also telling that like COVID have changed, because if you see after the COVID, there are a lot of changes happened in the world. And even this more digitalization, we are into this more digital world, and we can see there are like a lot of platforms available for all the skill developments. And even we can see accessing to different information, different information and different platforms. We can have different online courses like Coursera, and even we provide different type of online courses in robotics and all those things. And even if you are in any field, you have different types of tools for your development, for the skill development. And even we can interact with any person in anywhere in the world, and that will improve the research opportunities. So again, research is more important when we go for all the skills. Like when we consider this career readiness, one of the major thing which we require is the ability to the problem solving skill and the research skill. All these things are major important thing which we require. And even now we have like good communication tools and even collaboration tools. We have Zoom, all those things, and even this platform which we are interacting, we are sharing the information and we are like improving our knowledge. So all these things, and even different types of project management softwares. And even if you see, the social media platforms are playing a vital role on in this, because Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and even all this making us an interconnection of different things, and which is like connecting the world, and we can able to improve all the things. And even if you see digital literacy, even coding, it's one of the major important. Even if you google it, even if you google, the coding works. And again, coding is one of the important thing which all of us to learn. So when I come to this, the special course which I have told, no, which is like have been started, and which requires like because of the major requirements in the society, that is again one of the major thing which you can see is integration of different subject. Even olden days, like if students have started in one subject, if one is learning biology, like they have to be in the bio field, or else if they one is in the computer science, they have to be in the computer science. Now the scenario have been changed, and because of this, even if they go to the workplace, they have to be potential to know and understand different things, like to integrate the topics. And even that for that reason, even we have started this AI and data science in medical engineering. So you can see how now initially maybe like you have seen robotic surgeries in the hospitals. Now the scenario have been changed. AI is supporting the robotics for the robotic surgeries. So likewise, each technical technology things and every like all thing became integrated. So now it is the basic human requirements, all the things which we see and the developments are happening. So obviously this integration of things and this technology developments will help the human to improve their skills with a lot of digital tools. Even from communication, we have all Duolingo. Likewise, even the technical skills, we have different applications. So obviously this is going to change the world, but still we have to be update our knowledge. So we have to continuously learn the things, because we should not stop the learning. So obviously, if you are a teacher or a student, whatever it may be, we should develop our skills as technical skills, soft skills, and even this digital literacy. And even we have to continue our learning in the new things which is changing the world. So that is the initial thing I just want to share about this. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Nigel, for actually encapsulating the technical perspective. I think the discussion is going so beautiful, from Jolly Ma'am talking about how CBSE and is making interventions in, building on the competencies through curriculum, and then going to Debjani Ma'am, who spoke about that how things have transformed, and how students have become the global citizens, and it's important. And then you taking it further and actually speaking about, when you talk about global competencies and career readiness, so three things definitely stand out, which is data management or understanding of the data, research, and of course, along with that, a blend of the problem solving techniques. Thank you so much, Nigel, and we shall come back to you once again
Sure,
to
sure.
give us also the insights of what exactly some of the career pathways could be, and what competency a child should develop if he wants to navigate towards one particular pathway, career pathway. But before that, let me just slightly nudge our academic panelists from academia, Jolly Ma'am and Debjani Ma'am. And Jolly Ma'am, I would like to ask you, when you were talking about this, and now that is why I kind of you ambushed you that, okay, just please wait, because I would want you to now talk about how can interdisciplinary teaching methods be used to promote, the global competencies and prepare students for diverse career paths. So do talk about the career path, integrate the career aspect as well. Over to you, Jolly ma'am. How can the interdisciplinary teaching methods be used to promote global competence and prepare students for a diverse career path? Jolly ma'am, is Jolly ma'am there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
When
All
we
ears.
used to talk about, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. So when we used to talk about interdisciplinary teaching method, which promote global competency, again, I'm in the competency itself by combining insights from multiple subjects, that is critical thinking, problem solving, and collaboration, which prepares students for diverse career paths by developing adaptable and versatile skill sets. So let me introduce something else that is some important points what we have to remember, and I'm going to quote that one: integrated projects. So when we used to talk about integrated projects, actually it developed projects that combine subjects like history. Already I mentioned about art integrated projects. When we used to talk about art integrated learning, that we used to combine the subjects like history, science, and literature to address global issues, fostering critical thinking and collaboration. And when we used to talk about the student, and definitely they used to face a lot of real world problems. We can say that such type of case studies and problem solving activities that require knowledge from various disciplines, preparing students for complex global challenges, what they used to face in their real life. So next point that is related to collaborating learning itself. So we used to encourage the teamwork, like peer understanding across subjects to enhance communication and cultural understanding. So everything is related to art integrated learning itself when we used to talk about the CBSE curriculum. Next is about technology and media. So digital tools are there. Already sir mentioned about that digital one, and global media to connect students with international perspectives and resources. Lot of resources are available. Next one is career exploration. When we used to talk about students and about their careers, that which benefits from interdisciplinary knowledge itself, and global competencies are there. Anyway, they have to work for that. They should achieve all these things, such as international business is also there, environmental studies and global health, and lot other things are also there. When we used to talk about cultural projects, that is a different one. Students should learn cultures and global resources are there. Lot of issues are there into various subjects, promoting, if they are going to learn empathy and global awareness is also one of the things through which they can learn all these things. So these are the things I wanted to mention, that only is the competency, and students can prepare for diverse career paths.
Thank you so much, Jolly ma'am. I think if you could very quickly, because this is so important, and I'm sure so many teachers are also listening and students are there. So, integrated, she spoke about integrated project. She spoke about, collaborative learning. She spoke about technology and media, and then the career explorations. And so in all those, aspects, all the 4 to 5 aspects, we need to follow a very, very interdisciplinary and interconnected approach, which will not just is about knowledge, it's about research, it's about problem solving, and then it's about reinventing newer, projects with newer competencies. So this is what she said. Let's hear out what Debjani ma'am has to talk about. So to your question, Debjani ma'am, is in what ways can school engage? Because Jolly ma'am did speak about utilization of the resources. And NCF does heavily speak about local emphasis on local resources, local communities, the local cultural heritage. So, in what ways can schools engage with local and going beyond global communities to enhance students' understanding of global issues and develop career opportunities?
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Actually, what Jolly ma'am has said, this covers almost yeah, broadly all the aspects of what schools are doing. And to add on to that, and plus coming to your question that how we can collaborate or how schools can collaborate with local communities and global communities. So it is not just the academic part, but also the extracurricular part in which we find many of our students engaged in. And along with being part of these extracurriculars, they also try to find their career paths in that. Like we have all the arts, music, dance, literature. There are many things combined together, which, even sports. So many children try to find their career paths in these aspects also. Science, technology, medicals, engineering, these form a very broad area. But there is a corner of students which is looking forward to the other humanities part also, the arts and crafts also, the music also. So that is also one segment which the schools have to cater to. And somehow, I personally believe that until and unless the students are given platforms to explore, it can be through any means. It can be project-based learning. It can be the, intermingling of subjects. We can almost all the projects after CBSE, after NCF and NEP, they have all changed the patterns. We have all worked into interdisciplinary platforms. We have given projects. We have built communities within our own school systems, which will help children to be a physical part of these communities and understand how collaborations work and what role can they play in that, at what levels do they participate, to what depths do they understand the intricacies of these communities. So that is how, when we give projects or when we talk about collaborations with our local communities, CBSE itself helps us out a lot. It has created so many groups with schools that wherein they exchange their ideas, they exchange their visions, they exchange students. We have so many student exchange programs, not just in physical forms but also in virtual forms. Similarly, we have global platforms also. We have global international level companies and institutions who are fairly open to student exchange programs, both virtually and in physical aspects. So providing students with such kind of communities, the schools have to reach out to such communities and let the children explore. The more they explore, the more they develop these competencies within themselves, and they are able to understand that at what level do they fit in.
Right.
Then another platform we have is the MUNs, the G20s, all these summits which these schools conduct, they form a very integral part of interconnection. It
True.
creates a bonding, it creates a networking, the career fairs. So students should be given opportunities and platforms like that.
Very nice. Very well said, ma'am. Extremely. I'm sure people who are listening, because it's not just this 100 people, we also air it on Facebook. And some of the tips that both you and Jolly ma'am are giving, I'm sure if people would want to take it and implement it, they would definitely, go beyond just the textbook and work towards competencies which would ultimately make students career ready. Thank you, ma'am. Moving on to, and this is before I hand over it to my student moderators, Nikhil, I just want you to, because you just got a very brief window, I would want you to help us understand that how can, global competencies enhance one's career prospects in this increasingly interconnected world? Also, how can we then measure? How can we make them ready for with global competencies so that it becomes easier for them to navigate their career pathways by becoming ready, and they don't have to how can it be integrated into our system where the curriculum is such that at so many places I hear that the child is already doing a curriculum, whether it's class 11th or 12th or undergraduate level, and then you have these little companies coming up that we are polishing them with the skill sets, and we are making them job ready. Why doesn't our curriculum itself make people ready for the right kind of career? So over to you, Nikhil. We would
Yes,
want
yes,
to
yeah.
hear right from the scratch that
Sure.
how this can be implemented. Yes.
Actually, the students are learning different subject. Even I have traveled a lot to different schools and I have seen a lot of students. Still, they don't know why they are studying this subject. So first, we should make them understand why the subjects are there and what is the importance of the subjects. For example, like even the science teacher can give a project, as ma'am have already told, ma'am have already told about this project-based learning system. So project-based learning system, it should not be focusing on one topic. So we have to give some areas. So initially, if you see as a basic human, we require agriculture, we require food, and even transportation sector, even this other e-commerce sector. So these are the basic requirement of the human in our day-to-day life activities. So as a student, like now what the teachers can do is teachers can give a specific area, for example, agriculture area. So teachers can tell so students like you can do some projects related to develop this agriculture area, which is like one of the major area which we require. So they can use all the things. For example, they can use AI, they can use physics, they can use mathematics, they can use problem solving skills. So integrating this, we maybe like the teachers can prepare a simple project based learning curriculum. So again, that will help the student to improve. Even there the student need to do the project and they need to present the project. That is one few steps like they have to follow. And even afterwards the students can have some portfolios like about the things whatever they have achieved and all the things they can add up on their profile. So ultimately all these things, the project based learning system, and even there are like lot of this government have like given a lot of framework, and even Asia Society's global competency metrics. So likewise we have different types of ACTFL, intercultural competency and proficiency assessment. So likewise there are a lot of assessments are there. So apart from this, even we can create some tools. Even nowadays, like in our college too, like we have started aptitude test trainings, or else this different this trainings which is required, because when the student faces the interview after the fourth year, they will feel very tough to attend the interview and even to crack the aptitude test. So we have started the training before. So there are like a lot of tools which is available online to improve their aptitude skills, so they can start preparing for the same. And even all these competitive exams which require this aptitude skills, I mean this test skills is required. So the from the school itself, maybe like we can give those type of training to the students. And even this other things like which I just want to tell about this is internship, which is ma'am have already told about this internship opportunities. And even work based learning experience, we can take the students to some industrial visit, or maybe like they can visit different universities and see what is happening there and what are the lab and all the things, so they can able to plan their career easily for the better of future. And even they should not be confused after their like school a lot of students are confused which career like they have to choose, and even we have a tool which is known by MCMF, My Choice My Future. It's Amrita's tool. So there the student can just spend some 30 minutes on the tool. It's a free of cost, and they can able to understand their level, like which is like their field of interest. Obviously it is like some 50% of idea the students will get when they attend this tool. So all the tools which is available in online, and even there are like a lot of tools available in online, even AI tools are there to help the student for different project work, and even subject, even the mathematics. A lot of students are feeling tough. There are a lot of tools are available that will be helping the students for the same. Even capstone projects, these culminating projects often involve research and all those things. The students can develop the research skills and all those things. Even competency based education, it's like we can have some better small curriculum based on this project, and we can improve all the things. So this is how I just want to share to all, like just improve your skills with some project based learning system, and even the realistic do visit some industries and even this different institutions, college, and understand what is happening there and what are the developments happening there. Meanwhile, a specific tool, I won't suggest a specific tool. It is like we have to make them understand why this is required and how we should develop the tools in the skills in the students. So if we give some activity based learning, so obviously students can able to learn more than this theoretical things, ma'am. Yes.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Nick. You've already set the tone, and I think my student moderators are flexing their muscles, and I think they would be getting very, very upset that Devyani ma'am has taken so much of time. Over to you, the student moderators. Today, the stage is open. It's your platform. Please go for it.
Students, you can go with your questions. You can ask the question from panelist.
My question is to Ms. Dolly, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. I hope you're doing well. My question is, what specific skills should I focus on to be more career ready in an international job market?
Pardon?
Ma'am, my question is, what specific skills should I focus on to be more career ready in an international job market?
Or maybe anyone can take it up. Nigel, if you would want, you can also take it up. Let it be a discussion, a group discussion. Ayat, is it okay if Nigel sir take it up?
Yeah,
Yes, Nigel, you could.
yeah. Actually, that is what I am telling. Like, what are the skills? So even if you see the skills, we can see the cultural awareness. So that is one of the major thing which is required. Then again, the communication skills, and if you go on the critical thinkings and problem solving skills, which is again very hard to learn. So we can do the students can practice some projects and all those things, project based learning or activity based learning, which we can improve. And even this, the changes in the global then the world, like we have to integrate and we have to be very adaptable with the changes. So we have to understand the things like what is happening in the world, and based on that we have to create some changes in our the method of studies, and we can include some different tools, and even we can include some digital things supports. There are like a lot of tools available. So with that, we can improve all the skills which is required, and even technical skills, which is one more important thing. Wherever we go, the research opportunities, and even after the course in India, you can go abroad, like you can do a lot of research. There are like a lot of research opportunities are there, and even there are a lot of developments and even new type of courses even framed. So just compare the different universities, different courses, and you will see how this world is moving fast. And so that whenever you focus on some areas, understand how this is developed and start from the research things, and so you will be able to find out like which is best, and even you can improve your skills. And even this inter and intra skills, which is like again a soft skills which is improved, so you can improve. And even this professionalism, like even career management, digital literacy, and even all these things can be improved based on the continuous learning process. So uh, it can be like you can participate in different small competitions, activities. Even there are like a lot of debate competition, and even that which will improve your communication skill. And even coding contest that you can participate. If you are good in coding, you can participate in coding contest. Or if you are not, still you have time to learn coding, you can learn coding, because Python is like a very beautiful language. You can learn Python, and you can participate in different contests, and even this internship programs, all those things which will improve the skills and which will be ready for us to do travel across the world and explore the different opportunities in the world. So again, talk to the people. That is what I just want to tell you. Talk to the people, understand what is happening in the world, and even spend time on social medias like LinkedIn and even the other platforms which we have. Beautiful different type of platform. So utilize the platform for these activities, and obviously we can able to improve, and we can see the difference in ourselves if we or if you do these type of activities, and if you go for these type of learning things. Yes.
So thank you, sir, for explaining all these things, because I was a little bit confused related to the question. Anyhow, you included all the things, but it should be according to the taste of the student only.
Yes,
Otherwise, I
yes,
see that people
yes.
used to pressurize, parents used to pressurize the
No
students.
pressure, no
At that
pressure.
time, it is very critical for them
For
to balance.
pressure, I just
That is
want to tell
also
you,
one of the
yeah,
major
yeah,
things.
yeah. Yes, I just want to tell you one thing. See, I have seen a lot of students still in the 12th, they are blank actually. They don't know what to do. Actually, what I have told them is just see what you require in your life. See, I will ask them, just see what are the things you have done from morning till even now 4 o'clock. Like, what are the things we have done? So, all the things which we have seen, which we are using, it's a human requirements. So, there is no thing like, oh, this is major requirement, you have to study this is required. It's nothing like that. We have to learn the things, and obviously you need to enjoy. Then only you will have the career growth. Otherwise we won't have any career growth. Even all the students are learning, even they are taking now the scenario is everyone want computer science, but other than computer science there are like a lot of fields, integrated fields, even computer AI, computer cloud computing, computer cyber security. There are like enough number of subjects have been gained. So based on your interest, the students can pick the course. So almost all the universities are providing different varieties of course. So that is again one more suggestion for the students who are ready to, I mean, like for the next planning for their next career, like things they can choose the career. And even we have one psychometric test tool, so that the students can able to understand, maybe like I won't tell that 100% it will give you the result of the what is the idea of the student. So this tool which will again help the student to understand what are the likes and what are the interest in the student which is there. So again, that the students can try. It's completely free of cost. I can share you the link also on the chat box. Yeah.
So
Thank you.
actually, let me interrupt Nigel sir here. In
Yeah.
fact, we are coming up in Sonipat and Mainpuri, Agra with our Aspiration No Boundaries series. And the schools, we offer this aptitude and career test for students free of cost when we go to Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham along with Edudevs. When we visit the school, We do one-on-one. We provide them with this link. We do. They are made to. It's complimentary, and they take this psychometric test and aptitude test, and then our experts, career counseling experts from Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham University, they do one-on-one sessions. What more
Yes.
do you want? And post 15th of August, we are coming to Mainpuri, Agra, Mainpuri, and Sonipat. So we will be reaching out to you for a free career counseling session along with these two tests. Please reach out to us, and you can book your slots with Team Edudevs. In case we have some principals here, they can share the numbers, and they are also part of this community. Also, yes, thank you, Nigel, for all this information. I think the discussion is going so well. Oh, there is one question in the chat box by Miss Nisha. She is saying, can you recommend some resources or tools that educators can use to support the development of global competence and global readiness? So she categorically wants to know, and I really appreciate the participants who listen to these discussions and who participate by putting their comments in the chat box, because that is what we feel. We also feel that, yes, what we are working towards is making an impact. So, Nikhil, can you address this question? It's there in the chat box.
Yeah, sure. Actually, like there is no specific tools. Actually, it depends upon the subject. So if you see, there are tools like Edmonton, Newton. So maybe I can play some video. We can see, if you allow, like I can play some video on Newton, ma'am, with your
Yes,
permission.
absolutely. Please
So
go
that
ahead.
is again a beautiful tool which will help the student to develop, and the teachers can also use these tools. So with your, like I'm just a second, like I just want to play the video. So since there is specific tools, this is all the tools like which we now see, it's like all are AI integrated. So AI can help this tool have been developed with the help of AI, and even there are like a few schools have already started using, and we got like good feedback too. This is like, just a second, I'm opening the same.
Is there any other question by student moderator?
I don't think so, because the time is not permitting, and sir is actually playing a video.
Yeah,
Or maybe,
it was,
yes.
yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Just,
Go ahead.
before this, I just want to give you a little brief. Like this tool will help the student, and because in the class maybe 40-50 students are there, the teacher can't able to concentrate in single children requirement. So this tool will help the children to develop, and even if a student is stuck somewhere, automatically it gives suggestions, not direct to the answer. So this will help each and every student understand the student's level, and it will give the suggestions. Okay, so this again,
Welcome to Newton Alta, a personalized learning platform. We're going to show you around so that you know what to expect when working in your course. Newton Alta introduces you to personalized instruction and questions based on your needs with immediate feedback on your progress. When working in Newton Alta, you'll move through material, answering questions, and seeing instruction when needed to help you learn the assigned objectives. When you think of homework, you might imagine a predetermined list of questions that you have to go through for a grade. Newton Alta is different because your learning experience will be personalized for you based on how you answer the questions. The number of questions and length of assignments will vary from student to student. Your score is based on demonstrating mastery in the topics assigned. Mastery is based on your correct and incorrect responses, the difficulty of questions, and the need for more practice. But the good news is that as long as you keep working before the due date, you can increase your mastery even if you answer questions incorrectly. If you get a few questions wrong, Newton Alta will recognize that you may need to review some instructional content as a refresher, so it will adapt to take you on a personalized path of what you need to learn to fully understand the content in the assignment. Sometimes this will be instruction on a prior topic or skill that you may need a refresher on in order to learn the assigned objective. This way, you can review prerequisite refresher content that you need to understand for the assigned objectives. It might offer you more practice or a video, a brief reading, a sample problem, or other instruction, so you always get another chance if you had trouble the first time. We show you this kind of instruction because we believe it will speed up your learning by giving you guidance and practice right in the moment. As you work through an assignment, the mastery bar will move based on your level of proficiency, and your goal is to get it all the way to completion. As you answer questions relating to one learning objective correctly, you'll see the bar move forward. If you are working on a refresher topic, your mastery bar will not move. If you move on to another learning objective that you struggle with, you might see the bar go back. Don't worry, you're still learning the content to take you closer to completion. To check in on your mastery in more detail, you can always expand using the arrow to see your mastery broken down by learning objective. If you're not sure how to answer a question, it's always a better idea to review more instruction than it is to guess, so that Newton Alta can predict your needs accurately based on your response instead of getting an inaccurate understanding from a random answer. If you guess the answers, you're more likely to have a long assignment experience. Clicking here will take you to instruction on the specific learning objective you're tackling, and then follow up with a question so that you can check your understanding and stay on track. Working in Newton Alta is an
Yes, thank you so much, Nikhil, for sharing this. You know, every time I would encourage all of the panelists, if they have something which they are using in their schools or our AVV resource persons, if you're using, it is very important to disseminate the right knowledge
And ma'am, I just want to disturb you one more time. So actually we are telling about all these tools, and even we have one more tool, like I think you already familiar, Amrita V Lab, virtual lab. So
Yes,
that is like
Ola.
again,
Ola
Amrita
for
V Lab,
okay.
Amrita V Lab. So again, it is a beautiful tool which is like students can explore all the virtual lab, even bioscience, all the things like which is available. So I can share you the link on the chat box, so everyone can explore those things. Even I can just show a glance about the same, not a video, just just a glance, that's it. So that yes, this is the platform, so you can explore this. This is one or more again beautiful tool which almost different schools like they have used this, started using this during this COVID time, when they felt the lab which was not live, but still they have a lot of things the students can explore. It's a free of course. The demos, the teachers can do first the demo, then they can use this for the classes based on the subjects requirement. Yes, yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Great.
And sorry for the
Thank you so
interruption.
much. Yes, no. Thank you so much. And I would just request any announcements that have to be made for the future sessions, for anything, Shikha, ma'am, from before we finally ask our panelists to give their resting statements. Any question, again, I request students, if they want to ask, please feel free. That is your platform. We could see less of our student moderators, three powerful young ladies coming up. It was an amazing sight. Yes, please go ahead. The floor is all yours.
Now my question addressed to Mrs. Devjani ma'am. Ma'am, the question is, how can I identify and leverage opportunities for developing global competency within my local community?
Okay, thank you, Nishtha, for asking the question. See, local communities are platforms which need collaboration from your school. So I think as part of Lucknow Public Schools and Colleges, we are definitely privileged that our institute takes these initiatives and brings forth such local collaborations, be it local school competitions, your CBSE competitions, the inter-school competitions, or your even international level platforms are there, wherein our students get the opportunity of participating. And these are not just related to academic competitions like different subject Olympiads, but as well as sports, music, art and culture, everything. So this is how the vision of Lucknow Public Schools and Colleges helps us and helps us, bring the required development in our students. So I'm so glad this question came up and we were able to give you some insights on this. So local communities form a very important segment of how the institutions work and foster development in the school students.
Thank you so much, Debjani ma'am. We are running
Thank you,
short
ma'am.
of time, and we shall keep coming back to our esteemed panelists. And we would also urge you to invite Team Edudevs and Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham. We could have more collaborative associations between the schools and us. And yes, Shrika, over to you.
First of all, I would like to all the panelists and Nikhil sir to be a part of this webinar and giving your insightful information to our moderators, to our audience. So before we conclude this webinar, I would like to announce that we are coming with our powerful session, that is AKNB Career Counseling Session to our various cities, Faridabad, Sonipat, Delhi, NCR, Lucknow. So the registration link has already been uploaded on the chat box. So you may fill all the details, and definitely Team Edudevs will connect with you for the further process.
Thank you so much, Shika. And now one last resting statement by each of our panelists. Yes, Jolly ma'am. And then Debjani ma'am, and followed by Nikhil sir. One last resting statement regarding the topic, just encapsulating your thoughts in not more than 2 sentences. Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Every time we are getting opportunity to learn, there is no age limit to learn. That only I got this platform to learn. Thank you for this, ma'am. This platform. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We are honored and humbled by your presence. Debjani ma'am, your take.
Thank you to Nikhil sir for the wonderful insights that we got about Amrita Vidyapeetham. Thanks to you, Devyani ma'am, and the entire team of Edudevs, all the students and all the counselors, coordinators, all the people who joined us. Students have the opportunity of whatever they want to do. They just have to understand that, focus, and work on it. That's the only mantra.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And Nikhil sir.
Yes, thank you so much. And for the Edudev team, and even I just want to tell, never stop learning. So continue learning, like whatever age maybe. Like we have a lot of things in the world, and new things have been created in each day. So we have to update our knowledge, and we have to learn new things. So obviously, all the skills which is required automatically, which we can improve through learning. So with that, I'm just winding up. Thank you so much for this platform, for offering, and this session also. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Nikhil sir. And on my side, I would just say that we are into a very, very unprecedented and an extremely new world order where more than definitely it's a knowledge economy. Along with knowledge, the current students who are going to be the citizens of tomorrow, you should never accept things as it is. Be always inquisitive, be curious, keep questioning the set norms. Also, along with questioning, work towards your skills, work towards your competencies, work towards working how to solve the issues, not just of your area, of your region, and also linking them with the global perspectives. So as everybody said, never stop learning. Work towards your skills, because aspirations know no boundaries, and awareness is the beginning of transformation. With this, thank you so much. We shall be back. Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham University and Team Edudevs will be back with another webinar on futuristic education, with another more pertinent issue and another new panel on the show. Thank you so much. Namaste to everyone. Thank you for being here. And special thanks to my co-hosts today. I would again mention their names. We had with us Ayat Jaffrey, Nishta Singh, and Arshi Siddiqui. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
There is one more announcement which I want to make, that participants, the feedback form and the attendance link has already been uploaded in the chat box. I would request to please fill the feedback form and attendance link. Your certificate will be distributed on the community group. The community group link has already been uploaded in the chat box. Please join the community group and collect your certificate from there. Thank you, everyone.